Hello, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and please check out my channel for other updates. So the last update about Twist of Fate, a shocking news was revealed as Rhea is pregnant and the doctor also confirmed it. Then Prachi is completely shattered and heartbroken, hearing that Rhea is pregnant for Rambro. But is Rhea truly pregnant for Rambro? Well, you'll get to find out as the story unfolds. Let's continue. Prachi says to Shayana that whenever she tried to go away from the Kohli's house or she tried to change her way, then her love always bring her back. She says she had fought with Rambro for marrying Rhea and she said that he betrayed her. But Rambro says that he loves her. She says I was a fool to believe Rambro and says I always believes him while closing my eyes. She says her heart is broken. Shayana tries to pacify Prachi. Prachi says everyone is loving Rhea's baby, but what about my baby? She says our destiny is different. Why is my baby not getting love and adulation? Why am I not getting my husband's support? Rambro knocks on the door. Prachi asks Shayana to ask Rambro to leave her alone. Shayana asks Rambro to leave Prachi alone. Rambro says it was my life's biggest mistake to leave Prachi. Prachi closes the door on his face and asks him to go. Rambro feels sad. Prachi cries. Rambro sits down and says, I did not think that today everything will be ended. Prachi says nothing will be fine now. She cries. Rambro gets teary eyes too. The next day, Shayana asks Prachi to have another medicine. Prachi says she has less fever. Shayana asks her to have the medicine. The Paditian comes there. Pallavi asks, did you have difficulty to search for our house? She says, I will make you meet my daughter-in-law. Rhea asks Pallavi and says the decoration is lovely. Pallavi asks her to take Kaleshwari's blessings. Rhea takes her blessings. Prachi also takes her blessings for her baby. Aliyah says Prachi is not pregnant, just Rhea is pregnant. Kaleshwari says that her blessings will not go to waste. Rambro comes there and takes Kaleshwari's blessings. Pallavi tells Rambro about the ritual where the pregnant lady sits in the weighing machine and her equivalent weight of sweet, fruit, etc. is given to the poor. She asks Rhea to go to the room and rest and says she will call her in some time. Kamleshwari asks Prachi if she is pregnant. Pallavi says no. Prachi is my son's first wife, but she couldn't give us the baby. She says some women don't believe in family, and Prachi is just like that. Rambro asks seriously. Pallavi says Rambro gets embarrassed to talk about this. Kamleshwari says that she knows the future and says you can ask if you have any question. She says there is somebody here to answer you. Grandma says she is lonely here. Pallavi comes there and says she made the ladies sit down. She asks everyone why they look sad and she asks Prachi if she did something to them. Pallavi asks Prachi to call Rhea and says be careful because Rhea is pregnant. Prachi goes to Rhea's room. Rhea asks if Prachi came to congratulate her and asks if you were feeling ashamed. Prachi says mommy called you for the puja. Rhea says she is happy as the puja is happening for her baby. Rhea asks Prachi if she would also sit with Rambro for the puja and says you are feeling bad that I am pregnant with Rambro's baby. Rhea laughs and says to get pregnant, one needs to have a good husband for love, but you don't have destiny, love or husband. Rhea says to Prachi that you were with Rambro, but nothing happened. She says I am pregnant and says that is how destiny is. Rhea says to Prachi that time that you were with Siddharth and says then also no good news came. She smiles and says oops. Prachi is shocked. Rhea says it was too much. I shouldn't have talked about Siddharth. Rhea gets vomiting sensation and she goes to the washroom. She asks Prachi to pass the napkin and she thinks that she had heard about it, but now she is feeling it also. She says it is out of this world and says it is like someone is telling me that I am pregnant. She says I hardly love the child and asks her to think how much everyone will love her. Rhea says to Prachi that Rambro would love me so much and he will care for me. She says every day Rambro will be with me and he will make me sleep and feed me food with his hand. Rambro will bring whatever I crave for. She says she has learned lessons of life and says everyone do love, but to get the memory of it, it is special. Rhea says to Prachi that anyone can become a wife, but becoming a mother is a big thing and you are a barren woman. Prachi says I am not barren, but I am going to become Rambro's baby's mother too. Prachi says Rambro has married me and I am pregnant with his child. She says I am his only legal wife. Rhea says to Prachi that Prachi's baby is not of Rambro and says you are a legal wife too. She says you are faking pregnancy. Prachi asks Rhea to feel if she is saying the truth or not. Pallavi asks Rambro why is he sad and standing on the corner. She asks him to try to be happy and says you were happy before this good news came. Rambro says I was happy but he couldn't complete his statement. Some guest comes there and congratulate Pallavi. Pallavi asks the guest to congratulate Rambro. The guest asks Rambro. Pallavi asks Shahana to call Prachi. Shahana says you have sent Prachi to bring Rhea. Pallavi asks her to call them both. Grandma calls Shahana. Rhea says to Prachi that you are lying to be pregnant and she asks her not to do this. Prachi says if you say anything wrong again about my baby, then Pallavi, Grandma, Aliyah and Shahana comes there. Grandma says Prachi's baby. Aliyah says Prachi cannot be pregnant. Prachi says she is pregnant with Rambro's baby. She says I don't want to give this news this way, but you people forced me. Pallavi asks Prachi to stop her nonsense and says when I don't regard you as my daughter-in-law, then how do you believe that this baby is of Rambro? Pallavi says to Prachi that you said that you are pregnant, but don't call it as Rambro's baby, and says this baby is illegitimate. She says Rambro has married Rhea, and only a baby will be the heir, and asks Prachi not to fall her reflection on Rhea. Rhea asks her not to make noise, and says this celebration is for my pregnancy, and Prachi might not like it, being a jealous woman. Rhea asks Prachi to get lost, and she asks Pallavi to throw Prachi out. She says either of them will stay here. She says if Prachi's bad reflection falls on her, then Aliyah also slams Prachi. Shahana says only a mother can tell about the baby's father. Pallavi says to Prachi that why didn't you tell me about your pregnancy before, and says you acted to be pregnant, just immediately you come to know about Rhea's pregnancy. She says even if you show the report, then also I will not let the baby get this family's name. Pallavi says I will never give this family's name to your baby. Pallavi tells Prachi that even if she shows her medical report, then also her baby can never be the heir of the Kohli's family. I will not let him get this family's name. She says neither you nor your baby is the part of this family. Pallavi asks Prachi to leave and says our happiness can eclipse due to your reflection, and Pallavi pushes Prachi out of the room. She says I will throw you out. It turns out to be Prachi's daydreaming. Thank God. Rhea asks Prachi if she will move from her way and says let's go. Pallavi comes there and asks Prachi why she took time. Rhea says it is not Prachi's mistake. I got vomiting sensation. Pallavi asks Rhea to take care in the first 3 months. Prachi thinks that nobody was there to tell me. Now I understand why I vomited so much and I felt dizzy. Kamleshwari calls the father of the to-be baby. Aliyah asks Rambro to sit with Rhea and asks Kamleshwari to start the puja. Prachi recalls making Rhea falling down and then she sits with Rambro for the puja. She thinks it is not Rhea's baby's mistake. She thinks she couldn't give anything for charity for her baby. Rambro asks Kamleshwari to tie thread to Prachi also and says Prachi is also a big part of our family. Rhea says the ritual is just for you and me and our baby. Kamleshwari says it is for everyone who is sitting for the puja. She asks Prachi to come and she ties the thread on her hand. Pallavi asks Kamleshwari to start the puja. Prachi gets up and goes to stand far. She thinks of Rambro asking Kamleshwari to tie the thread to her. Grandma comes to Prachi and asks her to speak her feelings out. Shahana asks Prachi to say it. Prachi says I am fine. I only got emotional, but it is okay. Grandma asks Prachi not to think that she doesn't understand anything. Grandma asks Prachi to say if she wants to say it. She goes. Prachi asks Shahana if Grandma knows about her pregnancy. Shahana says I don't know and says if Grandma had known about it, then she wouldn't have allowed this to happen. Kamleshwari says the puja is done and she asks Rambro and Rhea to take the blessings of elders. Pallavi blesses Rhea to have children. Aliyah blesses them too. They come to Grandma and Vikram. They bless them too. Kamleshwari tells them now that the pregnant lady will sing a song with others. Aliyah says it is tradition. Kamleshwari says that they should sing traditional song. Pallavi says if we follow traditions, then the coming generation will follow it too. The lady plays doll and sings song for baby shower. Prachi recalls Pallavi saying that they will give sweet, fruit, toys and others to the poor so that the babies get the blessings. They ask Rhea to sit in the weighing machine. Pallavi keeps the fruit, sweet and everything equivalent to Rhea's weight. Kamleshwari asks them to touch the fruit so that the baby gets everyone's blessings. Prachi makes everyone touch the apple and keep it along with the charity things. Aliyah says now we will start our ritual and says the to-be mommy and daddy will dance. Rambro asks what are you saying? Aliyah asks did I ask you to dance oven? Rhea dances with Rambro while Rambro is hesitant. Prachi takes an apple and touches Pallavi, Aliyah, Vikram and Grandma's hand holding the apple, which she wants to give for charity for her baby. She gets teary eyes and she is about to go. Rambru is going behind Prachi. Shahana says let Prachi go. She needs to be alone. What she is feeling, only I can feel it. Aliyah takes Rhea to the room and says you need to rest. Rhea says she is just so happy from within and she did not know that she will get this pregnancy news suddenly. Aliyah says to Rhea that this is the best phase of your life and she asks her to enjoy. Pallavi says you are lovely and you deserve this. She says Rambru's baby will play in my lap and blesses Rhea. She says I will go and see off the guest. She goes. Aliyah sits with Rhea and says everyone is happy. You are happy. But I think a big problem is going to come into your life. Pallavi comes there and asks Aliyah to come as she cannot handle Mrs. Kaka. Aliyah goes with Pallavi. Rhea gets tense because of what Aliyah said. Prachi sees the weighing machine and she keeps some gift in the weighing machine and she sits at the other side. She keeps her hand on her tummy and says, my baby. Prachi says to her unborn baby that the fruit of patience is sweet and I feel that the fruit of blessing is more sweet. She says the apple is touched by the family and you would have all the elders' blessings. Aliyah and Pallavi comes there and sees Prachi sitting on the weighing machine. Aliyah asks Prachi to get up. She holds Prachi's hand and pushes her. Pallavi asks, how dare you to sit here? Aliyah asks Prachi, do you want Rhea's baby to have your bad side? Pallavi says you don't know what you are thinking for Rhea's baby. Prachi says she did not think this. Aliyah says this weighing machine is for Rhea. Pallavi says to Prachi that if you are not pregnant, then is it Rhea's mistake? She says you couldn't give love to Rambro. You never had love in your marriage, else you would have become a mother instead of Rhea. Aliyah says Prachi can never give a baby to Rambro and says that is why Rambro did not stop her. She says he will not stop Prachi again from living as Rambro has gotten the hair from Rhea and Rhea's baby is Rambro's own blood. Prachi goes from there crying after Pallavi and Aliyah's insult. Shahana asks Aliyah and Pallavi to have shame and she asks if they would have accepted Prachi's baby if she is pregnant. Shahana says if Prachi had told them that she is pregnant, then they would have called her baby illegitimate. Aliyah says surely and says now Prachi can never be pregnant because there is no chance. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please, I need to let you guys know that I will not be posting up to like 3 or 2 of Twist of Fate every day again because this is the latest episode on ZTV and ZTV is the original platform producing this show. So if they did not produce, then I can't update you guys on what's next. So this is their latest update, which means that new update is not out yet. So if it is out, I'll bring it to you guys. And if it is not out, there's nothing I can bring to you guys. So please, if you did not see Twist of Fate update from me regularly like before, it is not my fault. It is because new update is not out yet. Immediately it is out, I'll bring it to you guys sharply. Thank you so much guys for watching and please don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel for more updates. Thank you.